Hello, how are you? I hope you're well. Today, I'm going to make some tags. So I've got some craft card and some cardstock, and I've just cut it into various sizes. Um, so I'm just going to randomly pick one. Okay, shall we start? Let's do that. I love this brown craft paper. It's, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's such a rich colour, and it makes a really good background for almost anything. I'm only going to do a one side tag because then I have the option of when I add it to a journal, I can use it for making notes on the back, or I could choose to decorate it or stick it down. So we're only decorating one side. So I've got some various bits of scrap paper and ribbons and things that I've been collecting. I've just walked round and picked up a random selection. So let's see. What about that? That's quite cute, isn't it? Take that there. Yeah, let's cut that out. So it's the right size. And now I'm going to rip round the edges because, well, just because I prefer it that way. I don't want a straight edge. I want a kind of organic, rough edge. Okay, so let's stick that down. I'm using Mod Podge purely because I've been using it for something else and I've got a little bit of glue left. Waste not, want not. Pop that on there. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and what else am I going to add to this? I've got this little book, and it's like washi tape, but it's sheets. Oh, pretty butterfly. Let's go for that. I don't know if you've used these before, but with these washi sheets, once you add wet glue to them, they tend to crinkle. They will dry flat, but you just maybe need to hold them for a few seconds. You can use double-sided tape, and obviously it doesn't do it if you do that. But as I say, I'm using this Mod Podge up, so there we go. I'm just trimming this up a little bit. That looks really pretty down the bottom, doesn't it? I like that. So let's put a little bit of glue. There we go, look, can you see it curling? We'll just press it down, hold it for a second. There we go. That looks really pretty, I like that. I'll just trim that a little bit off there because it's going to drive me insane. Sometimes the simple ones are the best. I try not to overcomplicate things. Yeah, I like that, that's great. Okay, I'm thinking maybe a quote would be good. Okay, so we've got this selection. We'll find one that we like. Let's go for that one. Doesn't want to leave the sheet, that one. No. There we go. Pop that on there. And in case you can't see what it says, the sticker says, "Life is meant for great adventures." So we need a hole at the top. Okay, and then we're going to put some reinforcement rings on that, just to make it a little bit more sturdy. Pop that on there. These always remind me of polo mints. I'm still here. Okay, so I've just grabbed the gold pen and give it a shake. There's not much ink left, but there's enough to go around that quote just to define it a little bit, and also to add a little bit of sparkle. There's never enough sparkle. Yeah. Finishing touch, eh? A little bit of gold over here. So I'm not really sticking to the outline, I'm just adding a wiggly line. A little bit in there. Yeah, I like that. Trim that a little bit off there. A little bit off there. I'm not going to add ribbon right now because the colour of the ribbon will depend on where I'm using the tag. So if it's a blue themed page, then I want blue ribbon. Green themed, then green ribbon, or a contrasting colour. So I'm not adding any ribbon right now. I'm going to take the pointy edges off with this corner cutter. Just need something. I know. There we go. Which bit shall I take? There, I think. Yes. That looks better, doesn't it? It was a little bit too heavy, for want of a better word. That's much better. Yeah, I like that. What do you think? I'm very happy with that. Yeah, put that to dry. Shall we do another? Yeah? Let's go. Okay, so I've got a little pad here with different designs on. It's very me, very pink and girly. I never used to be, believe it or not, I was a tomboy. I'm not quite sure what happened. There we go. That's nice. Let's take that one. I really love these flowers. I think we might use those. Again, I'm going to rip it rather than cut it. I kind of like that rough edge. If you pull the paper towards you, you get a white line, white edging. If you pull it back, then the white is hidden. But I kind of like the white edging. I like the roughness of it. Trim it down a little bit more. So how have you been? I think we're in heat wave number 365. It's so hot. I think it's like 33 or something centigrade, whatever that equates to in Fahrenheit today. Roll on. I don't want to wish my time away, but roll on autumn. Okay, so I'm going to use this chiffon as a backing for the flowers. Pretty pink and delicate. It matches quite well, doesn't it? Apply a bit of glue. Press that down. And then we'll pop the flowers on. Oh yeah, I love that. I like that. Yeah, it's quite sort of shabby, chicy, vintagey. I'm going to pop some Mod Podge down there just to protect it a little bit. Trim that off there. That bit there, stubborn, it didn't want to come off. So I'm just inking up this stamp, which is script. You can't really read what it says. It's just aesthetic. But I thought it looked really nice, overlaying the chiffon and the flowers. Squash that into there. Oh yes, that's just what I wanted. Isn't that pretty? Maybe some, a little bit of lace maybe, to finish it off. Yeah. Okay, so let's trim that down. I'm going to take just half of it and save the other bit. Put a little glue down. And glue over the top there. Neaten that edge up. Pop the hole in. If you can hear any noise, please do excuse it. Summer holidays. I do believe it's something being launched downstairs. Thankfully not a person. Okay, now I'm going to ink around the edges. Give it a little bit of a vintage feel. That looks better, doesn't it? Take the corners off. Much better. So pretty. Okay, I think I've got time to fit in number 3. I've got this orange paper, which is cotton rag paper, and I painted it orange, and it's been sat there drying quite happily, and I want to use a piece of it. It's quite cheery, bright, happy colour, and I quite like the texture, so I'm going to use a piece of it on this tag. It doesn't tear very well, I must say, which is a good thing, apart from when you want to tear it. But yeah, we shall persevere. Isn't it a gorgeous colour though? I don't normally like orange, but I wanted something, I don't know, just bright and cheery. So where are we going to put this? That way? That way? Kind of like it there. What are we going to team it with? Let's have a look. I'll flip through these again. See, that might work quite well. That one would work better. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Take that bit there, I think. Take that dark edge off. Tear it down there. That's good, yes, I like that. Do I want it there? Don't I want it there? Maybe. Not quite sure now. Maybe it's that long strip on the back that I don't like. Go that way up. I like the colour, just not the way it's sitting. Let's try taking it down a little bit. That's better. I've been playing. I know what I want. I just need to keep playing around until I get there. Okay. I'm going to add this little bit of doily. Put some glue down. That there. But I want the orange underneath. Lift that back up. That's better. Now to glue the other bits on. Where? Perfect spot. There, I think. Press that down. That, I think, needs to go under that bit there, typically. No, it's not coming up. Ah, there we go. That's better. Make sure we get it just where we want it. Put some glue down. I'm thinking that's it. Just moved it over ever so slightly. You wouldn't think it would make that much difference, but it does. There we go. And what is it missing? Do you know what? I know what it's missing. 1 second. Sparkle. That's what it's missing. Sparkle. Much better. Let's trim it down, neaten it up. Take the corners off. Yay! Ink up the edges. Lid back on that so it don't dry out. Add our hole for our ribbon. There we go. What do you think to that one? So we've made 3 tags. Which one's your favourite? I'm not quite sure. I like them all. Anyway, thanks ever so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that. And until next time, take care. Goodbye now.